Welcome to the second season of the Stories of the Big Head Man. Now I told you this shit gonna start getting more crazy and crazy. Tonight I'm gonna tell you about this story, about the time and I was living over Southside across the hall from a witch, and I knew this bitch was a witch. Hear me out. I didn't know she was no witch when we first moved there. When I first moved around South, where in over off of Boardwalk, off in Rock Creek Apartments, it was 2009, I believe. Cause it was the time my mama had passed. Yeah, 2009. In 2010, I met my baby mama, and we ended up hitting it off for a while. We moved in together, and we had my first son, my only son. And probably like about 6 months into me living around there, this white lady named Nancy, her daughter, and her dog had moved across the hall from me. Now, this shit crazy, man. Like, now I always been a believer of God. I always was a believer, but I never witnessed no spiritual stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, she was a cool neighbor. I got to know her. She used to buy weed from me. You know, she'll come across the hall, kick it with me sometimes, just talk. She was an older lady. Her name was Nancy. She was real cool. Now, around the time I moved around Rock Creek, my mama had passed. And I was going through a hard time then. And, you know, a lot of people that was, you know what I'm saying, my family, you know, they was trying to stick with me, you know what I'm saying, and keep me, you know what I'm saying, comfort me in my time of need. And I ended up meeting the lady. So she used to let me borrow her car. If I needed help or anything, she'll look out for me. She used to buy my son little toys and shit, you know. She was cool. Now, around the time I was kind of in a depression moment, and I was trying to, you know, start getting into the Word of God and, you know, like that. So one day she gave me a Bible. Now, this when the story get crazy. She gave me this Bible. You know, I just told her I wanted to read it, you know, see what it was about. Now, my favorite books in the Bible is the first one, the book of Genesis, and the last one, the book of Revelation. Now, for some reason, when I was younger, they used to tell me it was not good to read the book of Revelation. I don't know why they say that, but it's a very beautiful book in the Bible, if you ask me. I don't have no religion, and I study all walks of life, like all walks. Now, to get back on track, she let me use her Bible, Barbara, and when I was looking through her Bible, like, and I got to certain pages, it was like this scribble, the book like this. It was a scribble going around a few of the pages in the book. I ain't paid no mind at first. I'm like, maybe she was just scribbling or something, you know what I'm saying? So, alright. How the fuck, one day, this the day I had my spiritual awakening. Now, probably like a couple days later, I wakes up. A yellow and black bird was on my window, like where my screen was at on my window in my room. And it was on the window, like pecking on the window, and when I looked out the blinds, it flew off. I'm like, what? That's how my day had started. Now, I was kind of in a depressed mode. I ain't really had too much money or nothing. I woke up that morning with $4 and maybe like a 20 of weed to my name. And ever since I had got that book, it was this weird feeling that came over me. Everybody that came to see me that day had on red, the color red, white, and black, and they had like angel wings on the work. No bullshit. Everybody that came to see me had on the color red, white, and black, and angel wings on the shirts, like them little culture shirts and shit. They had a little cursive writing on it. So I still ain't paying no mind. So I'm like, all right, what the hell is going on? So when I tell y'all this, this shit this about to get crazy. Like, just bear with me now. I ain't telling y'all no lie. For some reason, I was a perk popper, and I told you what I started out with. It. I had 4 ones to my name, and I had maybe it probably wasn't in a 20 a week. It might was a dime or 15 a week. And by the end of that day, I had almost $1,000, 250 Percocets, and I think almost a Q-pill weed. I don't know how the fuck I got it. I don't know how. Shit was just happening out the blue, and I don't know how that shit was happening. Like, I'm like, what the So, alright, and when I was popping perks, I had a habit. Like, I could take like 5, 6 to 5, 12. I could take 10 of them bitches with ease. So, when I got up the next day, I took a perk. And it's like, when I took it, my body was starting to reject this shit. Like, it didn't feel right. I'm like, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? So, I'm still not thinking that that this shit not, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. I'm still green to the fact that this across the hall was a witch. Man, my baby mama came home that night, and every little thing I just was seeing, God was just showing me, like, this is when I told you I had my spiritual awakening. When I found out God was real, when he revealed himself to me, it wasn't like physical in a way I can really see him, but he revealed himself to me to let me know it was a higher power, that it was real. So that night, my baby mama got off work, and we sitting on the couch watching TV, and for some reason, I just had laid my head on her lap. I was laying on her lap, and tears just started falling down my face. Like, I don't know why the hell I was crying. So my baby mama couldn't realize I was crying at first. So I guess she felt her leg getting wet. So she like, Cole, what's wrong? I said, Kavir, oh my God. I said, I finally believe now. And she looking at me like, oh, like she really like, damn, like what? Like, I ain't never seen him like this. And let me tell you, the very next day when I got up, I don't know what the fuck possessed me, but I was not myself. It was like I was in my body, but something else was inside of me, controlling me that day, talking for me, speaking for me. And every time I sat down, I'd sit like this. You see how my feet is? Like kneeling over my knee. This how I sit every time, like I'm a fucking creature or something. Like, so my cousin and them like, Cole, what you, like, they notice I'm acting weird. Like, what the hell wrong with you? I'm like, man, I'm good, bro. Like, I got this weird ass smile on my face every time somebody talk to me. They like, they thinking I'm half fucked up. I'm like, I'm sober, bro. I ain't do nothing today. They like, swear to God. I said, bro, I swear on my life, I'm sober today. I don't know what the fuck wrong with me. So. And for some reason, my other cousin had came to my house that day, and he was ready to move to Atlanta. And he came to see me before he left. So when he got there, I went in the room, I popped 1 perk. So when the perk, I guess, started kicking in, I started feeling crazy. So she like, I don't know what made me say, man, I gotta go holler at this bitch about this damn Bible she gave me. Ever since she gave me that Bible, I just was feeling weird. So, Kavir, my baby mama do not know what's wrong. She like, man, what is wrong with Corey? He acting crazy. Man, I would step outside my house. I told you she lived across the hall from me. I knocks on her door. I swear to God. When I knocked on her door, I knocked soft the first time. And I told you she got a dog. It was only her daughter, her, and her dog that lived with them. Her daughter was in school at the time when I came to her house and knocked on the door. Now, when I knocked, ain't nobody say who is it or nothing, so I put my ear to the door. This bitch was in the house talking, having a conversation with her motherfucking dog. Bear with me. I hear her talking, sneaking and laughing, but I hear another voice in there. So I'm like, she got a man in this bitch or something? So when I knocked the second time, dun. She finally, who is it? Hold on, I'm coming. Come to the door. Oh, when she opened the door, her dog sitting on the counter. Like, he just sitting down. So when she opened the door and they see me, the dog just look at me. And I was like, I asked her, I said, somebody else in here with you? I was like, I heard enough. But she said, oh no, ain't nobody else in here. She said, I don't know what she maybe heard the TV. Her fucking she didn't have a TV in her living room, so I threw it out. I said, okay, all right. I knew the bitch was talking to her dog, and I heard her motherfucking dog in there talking back with her. Don't think I'm crazy when I'm telling y'all this shit. The shit I'm telling y'all, this shit really happened, man. Like, I was not fucked up or nothing. So I said, look, I ain't no spiritual person or nothing. I said, but ever since you gave me that Bible, I've been feeling weird. So she said, what kind of shit? When she talking to me, the bitch doing some shit with her hand. Like, she like, what you mean like you feeling? Like, she just waving some shit with her hand. So I'm like, every time she waved that shit in front of me, it felt like something was tugging at my soul. I swear to God, I don't know what the, I'm like, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? So she like, I don't know, of course. She said, I don't, like, she throwing me out, like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, so I'm like, man, look, I said, I'm gonna give your Bible back. I said, if I offended you or anywhere like that, I said, I'm sorry. Like, she said, okay, it's okay. She was like, you can go ahead and give me the Bible back. I go back in the house, grab the Bible. My baby mama, cousin, them looking at me like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like, I'm like, man, I don't know. I just feel crazy. I'm ready to cry. I got tears in my face and everything. I don't know what the fuck wrong with me. So when I give her Bible back, we said our piece. I said, I'm going to holler at you. When I went back in the house, the feeling, that weird, fucked up feeling that I had was going away. I'm still possessed at the time, and the shit just don't feel right. I don't feel like myself. When I walk, it don't feel like I'm moving my body. It's like something else moving me. I'm talking and shit, but something else is inside of me. Like, I don't know what the